This video has been made to showcase findings of research conducted in New Zealand during 2018 and 2019 by the University of Otago for the Aspire 2025 Smoke-Free New Zealand group. The research is part of a larger longitudinal mixed methods study funded by a Marsden grant from the Royal Society of New Zealand, looking at participants who smoke and wish to make a quit attempt using an electronic nicotine device, known as an ENS, or more commonly known as vaping. This research takes an in-depth look at the movement between exclusive smoking, exclusive vaping, and dual use, where participants both smoked and vaped, to describe underlying patterns of movement on a day-to-day basis. 45 participants were enrolled in the study. They were a mix of men and women smokers who did not own or use a vaping device. Researchers purchased a device for them at the start of the study which they could keep. After that, participants were surveyed every day for up to 18 to 20 weeks using a smartphone survey to report their smoking and vaping. We created a record of smoking and vaping by study day and study week for each participant. A sequence plot was created to provide a more detailed description of participants' daily usage patterns by study day, and a sunburst plot showed smoking and vaping use patterns by study week. A sunburst plot is similar to a pie chart with the added dimension of time. Each ring represents a study week, with the innermost ring representing study week 1. This plot shows the complex nature of transitioning from smoking to vaping and highlights how the process and outcomes are naturally inconsistent and not straightforward. Almost all participants adopted a dual-use pattern at the beginning, and a large proportion of them maintained this pattern throughout the study. A large amount of switching between dual-use and exclusive vaping was also observed. The sequence plot shows participants' usage on a daily basis, with each row representing one participant. Similar to what is seen in the sunburst plot, most participants started as dual users but then gradually developed independent usage patterns. In summary, people attempting to switch from smoking to vaping showed highly varied behaviours. Overall, most participants quickly adopted a dual-use pattern, and most maintained this pattern throughout the study. At a more detailed level, the most common pattern was to switch back and forth between dual-use and exclusive vaping. However, we also observed other patterns, including switching between dual-use and exclusive smoking. Because smoking cigarettes is such a habitual behaviour, we must recognise that it may be harder for individuals to turn down a cigarette on some days over others. It is important to remember that each person's transition from smoking to vaping is an individual, non-linear journey, and dual-use behaviour is part of this process as smokers become used to vaping. Only a small amount of people participated in this study, meaning the findings are not representative for the wider population. Moving forward, supporters of people who are wishing to make a quit attempt using a vaping device should encourage persistence and can be helpful by providing continuous support.